If the makeup on my nose dies throughout this video, that's because I still have a runny nose. So, I have tissues. This is upside down. Woo, we're off to a great start in this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. It's been a while since I filmed something. I know I've been uploading, but that's all been old footage because my life was crazy busy. I had an audition that I needed to do a lot of preparing for, and then I got sick for like a week, just like wiped out. And I'm still sort of recovering from that. You can hear that a bit in my voice, which sucks, but it's okay. Do you like my new hair? Because this is the first time I filmed like a full-length video since I cut my hair. So what are we going to be talking about in this video? We're going to talk about how to start cosplaying. Like, let's say you've just never cosplayed before. You've seen like channels, maybe you've seen like a bit, you know it's a thing, but like how do you grasp it? How do you actually grab this idea and like take this idea and apply it to yourself? Because I knew cosplaying was a thing and it did not occur to me that I could actually cosplay for so long. Which, looking back, is kind of ridiculous. Who did I think these people were? Of course they were people just like me. But for some reason it just seemed distant. So I'm going to try to kind of close this barrier and make cosplaying more accessible. So this is a like beginner-friendly tutorial kind of thing. I was planning on filming this in cosplay, but I could not be bothered to cosplay today. I'm still kind of out of it. It took me a while just to get ready to film anything. So here we are, filming something, and I'm just going to take what I can get at this point. Also, my script is right here. So if I'm looking down, that is why. So, who am I? Why do I get to tell y'all what to do? I don't, because I am also a beginner cosplayer. So I have been cosplaying for about 6 months, give or take a month or so. As a beginner cosplayer, I felt like I owed it to my fellow beginner cosplayers to really talk about how do you make this manageable? Because you see these advanced cosplayers and they're like making their cosplays from scratch. They have hour-long videos explaining how they took like months making these complex cosplays. And don't get me wrong, that's amazing. Amazing motivation. Go watch those. But it feels unrelatable, right? You're not at that level. I'm not at that level. So I'm going to talk about how, how to make it approachable. That's literally what this video is, how to make cosplaying approachable. People talk about how like, oh, I was cosplaying and yada yada yada, and then finally went to my first con. I went to my first convention in like my second cosplay I ever put together. I searched up conventions and like the only one that happens in my state happened to be happening in a week. If I had searched this a week later, I would have had to wait a year to go to my first convention. So I was very, very lucky. But yeah, that is my cosplaying experience. Enough about me, because I have just been talking about me this whole time, and that's boring. That's not what this video is about. This video is about you, and how we can make cosplaying accessible to you. So, how do you start cosplaying? That is why you clicked on this video. That is what you want to know. You don't want to know that I've been rambling about how I have been cosplaying for... I have been filming for 9 minutes. I don't know how long that will be in the edited version. But you don't want to know that. You just want to know how to do it. So this is how you do it. Just do it. I know that sounds like dumb advice. I'm going to explain. But literally, you just have to do it. Also, I did just realize how weird my background is. Yes, there is a collapsed shield on top of dragon figures on over one shoulder and a sword over my other shoulder. Yes, that is what my room looks like. Pick a character you love, okay? Right now, think of a character that you love. This character drives you. This character has helped you maybe get through a dark time in your life. Maybe this character has just helped you get through math tests. Like, you're doing the math test and you're thinking, when I'm done, I can go watch this TV show with this character. It doesn't necessarily have to be your comfort character. It just has to be a character that you love. And it does not have to be someone who is very popular right now, right? You're doing this for you. This first cosplay is entirely for you. However, I would not recommend choosing an obscure character. Who's an obscure character? I'm looking at books around my room. Harry Potter is a very known character. You'll be able to get that costume very easily. A cosplay that I have been working on, and actually did like a Halloween version of this a couple years ago, Harper from A Curse to Dark and Lonely. Do you know who she is? If you do, comment below. I love you. Let's be besties. But most likely, you do not know who Harper is. This is a really good book, by the way. This series is amazing. This author, Bridget Kemmerer, amazing. She has some other series as well. This is my favorite by her. Read them. But if I was to look up Harper of DC, I'm going to get a couple pieces of fan art. That is how obscure she is. She barely has any pieces of fan art, and she is the main character in that book. There aren't cosplays. They don't exist. So you don't want a character like that. You want a character that you love, that someone has cosplayed at some point. So I'm going to use my example of the character that got me into cosplay, the character that I finally was like, I need to do this. And that is Yuri Plisetsky from Yuri on Ice. Now, is Yuri on Ice popular right now? Absolutely not. Do people watch my Yuri Plisetsky videos? Absolutely not. But the thing is that Yuri on Ice was huge when it came out. So if you search Yuri Plisetsky cosplays, you get stuff. And that is going to be really important in the other things that I'm going to say. So you need to look it up, right? We've established this. You look it up and find out if people cosplay your character. Because if they cosplay your character, that's the character you can choose. If you already know how to sew, forget the stuff I'm saying right now. But I don't know how to sew, and you don't need to know how to sew to start cosplaying. You don't need any of these special skills. You just need the motivation and ambition to just do it. So you have your character in your mind right now, okay? I literally want you doing this right now. I'm gonna open my laptop and I'm gonna do this with you, okay? Even though I've done all of this before. So we're gonna open a new tab and you're gonna search your character's name and then search cosplay and hit enter. And your first step is already done. Now, are there results? Yes? Okay, good. Then you can keep your character. It needs to be a character that means something to you. When I watched Yuri on Ice, that was the first anime I ever watched. It is my favorite anime to this day. And Yuri Plisetsky, I hated him at first, and then he quickly became like my new favorite character. Here is a very cringe photo of me after I finished the series. I dressed like that for a couple of days. I swear I did not go out in public with the cat ears. But I wore that on Thanksgiving Day with family around. We're not going to talk about it, okay? But my obsession with this character is very real, so wanting to be able to cosplay him is really, really motivating, and that is going to be so important. So make sure that the character you have in mind right now, you are so motivated with. This character, like, you just love them. You love them so, so much. Maybe you just love their outfit so much, that's okay. But there's something about them that you love so, so much that makes you so motivated. Let's say your character isn't Yuri Plisetsky. Let's say your character is Percy Jackson. Now, what does Percy Jackson need? You need brown hair. This is from the books, by the way. I know that he has a different appearance in the TV show, but you need brown hair, you need a Camp Half-Blood t-shirt, and you need jeans. So you could just go to your local thrift store and find a pair of jeans if you don't have blue jeans. Just find a pair of blue jeans that you think Percy Jackson would wear. And then, like, look up on Amazon the Camp Half-Blood shirt. But that is why I said it needs to be a character, well, it doesn't need to be, but it should be a character that people cosplay. Because Amazon is your friend, okay? So we're gonna go to Amazon right now. I'm gonna search Yuri Plisetsky, and the second thing that comes up is his jacket. The rest of the stuff is like keychains. Wait, these keychains are so cute, I want them now. Okay, we need to change our search, like, now. So I'm just going to add cosplay to my search. Now, for me, 3 things have popped up. There are 2 wigs and there's 1 jacket. The jacket is at an affordable price. But you know, you can also just like search into Google and then go to shopping. We're going to focus on the outfit right now, okay? We're not talking about wigs. So basically, you want a simple outfit. Characters have different outfits, right? Let's go back to our Percy Jackson example. He has his chill outfit at camp, which is just a t-shirt and jeans. But he also has armor. Now, do you really want to make armor? Yeah, you probably do want to make armor. I also want to make armor. I actually did make armor. Don't make armor. You're not ready. I wasn't ready. It was a disaster. You can't alter your outfit. Don't get something that you're going to have to alter unless you know how to sew. Unless it's something really simple, like, I don't know why you would need this, but let's say you need to put like a piece of duct tape on a shirt. Obviously, you're capable of putting a piece of duct tape on a shirt. But even my Telemachus outfit, where I had to cut the top of the shirt off, I stapled the sides together. I hot glued the like thingy on, the circular thingy. I don't even know what it was. I hot glued it on the two ends and then threaded the scarf through it. Even that is, we're not gonna think about that, okay? So if you want to do Percy Jackson in his armor, that's great, and have that as your cosplay goal. My cosplay goal, the cosplay I want to do so bad, is Yuri Plisetsky's Welcome to the Madness outfit. Here's a picture. Like, that was my plan. That was my plan. That was my first cosplay plan. I cried for 2 hours one night over it. And I hadn't ordered a single thing for it. And that is when I realized I needed to take a step back. And I needed to do this outfit of Yuri Plisetsky. So where did I get this outfit? Great question. Like I did earlier, I literally just searched up Yuri Plisetsky jacket and found one on Amazon. The reviews looked good. Always look at the pictures in the reviews, okay? That's important. That's really important. When I'm getting a cosplay, I always go for the ones that have pictures in the reviews. And there were pictures and people were satisfied with it, so I just bought it. I just hit the button, buy. It was terrifying because once I hit that button, I couldn't go back. I couldn't say, oh, I'm actually not going to cosplay. No, I had to cosplay now. I actually had to cosplay. The other thing I did is I searched Yuri Plisetsky wig, and I did this in Google because Amazon wasn't giving me good options. And I found one on eBay. No, it was not eBay. It was Etsy. Or actually, it might have been eBay. I don't remember. It was eBay or Etsy, and it was just $13, and it looked like it was in pretty good condition. So I just got it. Like I just got it, and it's good, and I have it up on my shelf. Technically, the bangs on that need to be trimmed, but I haven't trimmed them. And he happens to have a hairstyle where he pulls the top half back. So I just did that with the bangs, which aren't the part that's supposed to be pulled back. But, you know, at the time that I cosplayed him, I was not capable of trimming wigs. I can do that now. I did that with my Percy Jackson wig, but I was not capable of it at the time, so I just did what I could. So now I had the jacket, I had the pants, and I had the wig. And I did realize I skipped over my notes on wigs, which is that you just find a wig for your character. That is another reason why we want a known character. Now, if you're doing someone like Percy Jackson, you can just search like short brown wig. But if you're doing someone like Yuri Plisetsky, you search Yuri Plisetsky wig, especially if it's an anime character. If it's an anime character, chances are the wig exists somewhere. But if it doesn't, just describe the wig into the search. Also, you could totally, for your first character, cosplay someone who doesn't need a wig. And now there are accessories. This is totally optional. This is your first cosplay. All you need is for people to look at you, and if they know the character, go, oh, you're that character. But like the accessories, they aren't necessary. If you're Percy Jackson and you have a sword, that's great. Use the sword. If you don't have a sword, that's okay. You don't need a sword. It's just these little things that it's like really fun when you have them, but you don't need them. Just don't get overwhelmed with accessories. Also, shoes. Ignore them. Pick a pair of shoes that you own that look like something the character might wear. Trust me, just don't engage with shoes. Makeup, I am not the person for how to do makeup, okay? I had to learn how to do makeup to cosplay. But I wanted to cosplay this character so bad that I was willing to push through all these obstacles, and that is why your character needs to be someone who will motivate you. Because yes, it is a lot. Yes, it is so much. You're gonna look at this and think, this is too much at times. But you just have to keep going. You just have to keep looking things up and ordering things and put them on your body and do your makeup. Now, if you're wearing a wig, do a full face of makeup. You're gonna want it, okay? You're gonna want a full face of makeup, and you're gonna want to exaggerate your makeup. It is not your everyday look, especially if you are wearing a wig. Otherwise, it will look overdone. It will look unnatural, especially if you're like an animated character. I had like 4 layers of foundation on when I cosplayed Yuri Plisetsky, and I use like 1 layer of foundation when I'm cosplaying a live action character. But if there's a wig involved, full face of makeup, and exaggerate your features. Okay. So, you're in cosplay. Congratulations, you successfully put together your first cosplay. Now what? What are you supposed to do now? That is a great question. There are some options. There are a lot of options. The most obvious is find a local convention to go to. An anime convention, a Comic-Con convention, a cosplay convention, they'll all have cosplay. Now let's say there isn't a convention that you can go to. That's also fine. You could do a photo shoot. You could do this with a friend. Phones have really good cameras now, so you don't need a professional camera for a low-scale photo shoot. You could have your friend take pictures of you on their phone, or you can just like prop your phone up in a tree. I mean, guys, I don't have a tripod. I have done photo shoots though, and I literally propped my phone up like on a shelf and just set it to a timer and just took a bunch of photos that way. Was it ideal? No. Did it work? Yes. You could also film stuff. You can film YouTube shorts. Maybe you could film like TikTok or something. I only have YouTube, so that's what I think of. You could film your character like doing something. Like you could do like Yuri Plasetsky bakes a cake. Does that make much sense? No. If the character wasn't like dead on the internet, would people watch it? Yeah. Yeah, they would. If I saw a video that said Yuri Plasetsky bakes a cake and it had some like thumbnail where like he's just like failing to bake a cake, I would absolutely watch that. Of course, then you're gonna need to edit and stuff, and if you don't know how to do that, that's a whole separate thing. I've known how to edit videos since before I even knew cosplaying was a thing. But yeah, you could also just go out in public and cosplay. Do it with a friend though. Safety is important. If you go to a convention, go with someone else, even if it's just a parent, okay? Safety is important, especially if you're a minor. So you just have to do it. And do it for fun. Have your motivation be to have fun. Don't have your motivation be to suddenly explode overnight and get a bunch of followers, because the chances of that happening are really slim. I have worked really hard over the last 6 months, and I have over 400 followers now, which to me is huge, because I'm just in this to have fun. If I was in this to get followers, I might be sad because, oh, look at these other people. They have over 1,000 followers. They have so many followers. But I'm proud of what I did because I just did it to have fun and people enjoyed it and it's bringing fun to other people. And I love that. But the most important thing is just to do it. It sounds so intimidating, I know. But if you just follow these steps that I've laid out, or you just look up like how to start cosplaying and find like one of those like websites that just like gives like a list of steps or whatever, and just follow them step by step, you will end up with a cosplay. And then the next time you do it, it won't be that scary. And maybe you'll be really stupid and decide that the next time you put together a whole cosplay from scratch, you should have a time limit of a book talk that's in like a month and procrastinate it all so that you spend like the day before the book talk wrapping yourself up in duct tape because you decided to make armor, except you don't know how to make armor, so you made the armor out of literal duct tape, which was black that you then spray painted black. So then you just ended up with black chipping off of the already black armor. But the author loved it. So don't do that. Don't be me. Do what I say, not what I do. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Just have fun with it, okay? Your first cosplay is not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. You just need to have fun. And you just need to push through and do it. Because remember, you can. You might think that you can't, but you can. I promise you can. And that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider liking, commenting, subscribing. If you enjoyed this, comment below if you're going to start cosplaying. And if so, who are you going to cosplay? Because I would love to know. And if you do post anything, like if you're a beginner cosplayer and you post something on YouTube, obviously not everyone wants to post their face, but if you do, let me know, because I would love to go check you out and support your channel. And I would love it if you supported my channel. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.